Welcome, Incredible Mysteries viewers, to a place where history and legend collide in a single, terrifying moment. For centuries, the myth of Atlantis has captivated our imagination, a powerful, prosperous city swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. But what if the legend was born from a real-life catastrophe? What if an ancient Greek city, a rival to even Athens, met a fate so sudden and cataclysmic that it became the inspiration for the world's greatest myth? Tonight, we unearth the true story of the vanished city of Helike, the real Atlantis of ancient Greece. Part 1, The Splendor of a Mighty City Trident Emblem Sparkles. Helike was not a myth. It was a thriving, powerful city-state located on the Gulf of Corinth in ancient Greece. Founded in the Bronze Age, it grew to become the capital of the Achaean League and a major religious and cultural center of the Hellenic world. The city's greatest landmark was its magnificent temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea and earthquakes. Its power and influence were immense, extending across the Aegean and beyond. At a time when Athens was still a developing city, Helike was already a beacon of Greek civilization. Its coinage, its religious festivals, and its political alliances solidified its status as a major player. But the very god it honored, Poseidon, was about to unleash a wrath that no mortal could comprehend. Part 2, Ominous Signs and the Night of Wrath. High voltage new moon. According to ancient writers like the historian Pausanias and the philosopher Diodorus Siculus, the catastrophe that befell Helike did not come without warning. In the days leading up to the disaster, there were whispers of strange omens and a sense of growing unease. Snakes, mice, and other creatures were seen fleeing the city in a frantic, mass exodus, as if instinctively sensing an impending doom. Some of the city's inhabitants, recognizing the unnatural signs, also began to leave, but the majority of the population remained, confident in the strength of their walls and the favor of their gods. Then, in the winter of 373 BC, a catastrophic earthquake struck. The ground beneath Helike shook violently, tearing the city apart. Buildings crumbled, temples collapsed, and the terrified population fled into the streets. But the earthquake was only the beginning. Part 3, Swallowed by the sea. Water waves skull. As the earth trembled, the very ocean rose up in a fury. A colossal tsunami, triggered by the earthquake, came thundering across the Gulf of Corinth. Pausanias describes it as a wave so immense that it not only submerged the entire city but also drowned its inhabitants in a single, terrifying deluge. All of Helike, with its temples, its houses, its people, was gone in a single day and night. For generations, the city was completely lost to memory, a legend whispered by sailors who claimed they could still see the ghostly remains of the city on the seafloor on calm days. Helike became a myth, a cautionary tale of a city consumed by a vengeful god, a fate that perfectly mirrored another, far more famous legend. Part 4, The Hunt for the Real Atlantis. Magnifying glass. Tilted right amphora. For over 2 millennia, the true location of Helike remained one of archaeology's greatest unsolved puzzles. It was dismissed by many as a tale, a local myth with no basis in reality. The search was all but abandoned until the 1980s, when a dedicated team of researchers, led by archaeologist Dora Katsonopoula, began a meticulous investigation. Using ancient texts and modern seismic data, her team focused their search inland, suspecting that the coastline had shifted over time and the city was not in the sea, but beneath the modern floodplains. Their perseverance paid off. Using a combination of magnetometry and ground-penetrating radar, they discovered a buried ancient city. Excavations soon began, revealing the astonishing truth: they had found the lost city of Helike, preserved under meters of silt and mud, exactly as the ancient writers had described. Part 5, The Enduring Legacy of the Myth. Shushing face. Classical building. The rediscovery of Helike sent shockwaves through the archaeological world, but for many, it confirmed something far more profound. Helike's story bears an incredible resemblance to the myth of Atlantis, first recounted by the philosopher Plato in 360 BC, just over a decade after Helike's destruction. Plato's Atlantis was a powerful, prosperous, maritime civilization that was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. The similarities are too striking to ignore. Many historians and researchers now believe that Plato, a contemporary of the Helike disaster, used the real-life catastrophe as a foundation for his philosophical allegory, transforming a tragic historical event into one of the most enduring myths in human history. The story of Helike is a powerful reminder that behind every great myth, there may be a forgotten truth. It is a cautionary tale of a city that challenged the gods of nature and paid the ultimate price, a legacy of hubris and a timeless mystery that was finally solved not by magic, but by the relentless pursuit of science. Does the discovery of Helike finally solve the mystery of Atlantis? Or does the legend's true origin still lie hidden somewhere else? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you are as fascinated by hidden historical truths and the stories behind our greatest myths as we are, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Incredible Mysteries for more journeys into the shadows of the past.